Whenever I do back to school month moments like this on Give Me a Break, oftentimes it's going to the kids and both kids and parents. Tonight, I want to make this issue just for the parents. Now, like your child basically, think about this. Imagine this scenario. Your child walks up to you and says, Mommy, Daddy, I want to drop out of school. And then you're in disbelief going, I knew this day would come. So, I packed all your stuff for you. Here you go. That's not the way to do it. This is what I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you how you need to talk to your kids about this, the dangers of this. And all the net, I'm going to tell you we're going to combine dropping out of school along with the GED. That's our focus tonight. As we still focus on back to school month, because some schools already started this month. Like Tumultuous Midway and London ISD, they both started school back in August. This month. But we're weeks away from Flower Bluff and TCIC starting their back to school in August. So for those that don't know, this back to school month is basically issues like we talked about throughout the years, from truancy, basically getting you prepared what you need to know for all parents and the kids. And on Friday, we're going to do a Flashback Friday focusing on all the issues that we've done. You might be a bit confused. I'm going to explain that at the end of the broadcast. Let's talk about the dangers. Let's talk about the causes and consequences and solutions for dropping out of school. Now, a past season, we focusing on YouTubers that have dropped out of school. We focus on people that dropped out of school because of YouTube. Like Morgs and there's a lot of kids out there that want to just drop out of school just to be famous. But dropping out of school can be influenced by many factors, including family, personal, and job-related issues. Sometimes dropping out of school is a side effect of insufficient support. Consequences can include limited job opportunities, unstable employment, and an increased risk of engaging in high-risk behaviors. Dropouts make up almost half the prison population. Limited job prospects, low wage, unstable employment, difficulty in transitioning to stable family life, and increased risk of engaging in high-risk behaviors like early pregnancy, delinquency, and substance abuse, drugs. Dropouts may tend to just move out of their parents' house at like 17 or 18. The law states in every state that you're not an adult till you're 18 years of age. When Texas decided to decriminalize truancy, they would bump up the age requirement to an additional 1 year. You're not required to go to school. You're not required to go to school till you're 19. But at 18, they could drop out at 17. But for 19, they could drop out at 18, and they're still an adult. But nowadays, you gotta understand, parents, you gotta understand Section 151.001 of the Texas Family Code that you as a parent have a duty. If your child leaves home at 17, you as a parent have a duty to go out, retrieve them, bring them home. Under Section 151.001 of the Family Code. Your duty as a parent is to make sure that your child goes to school all day, every day. Unless there is a medical emergency or medical absence that keeps your child out of school, or an approved absence by the school district. Yeah, we'll focus on excused versus unexcused a bit later. But the causes of this, they almost make up half the prison population. A lot of studies have shown that when kids drop out of school, they tend to just get to drugs and alcohol. That's the whole purpose. They tend to just fall victim to drugs and alcohol. There's a lot of consequences. If you look up these consequences from a PDF document, dropouts earn $35,087, failing to $23,000. This is 1970 economic. Male dropouts earn $35,000, falling to $23,000 over $22,000 in 2002. In that same period, the earnings of female dropped itself from over $19,000 to over $17,000. Recent dropouts earn $200,000 less than high school graduates and $800,000 less college graduates in their lives. Dropouts make up nearly half the heads of the households on welfare. High percentage of young dropouts are either not employed or not even in the labor force. High engagement in high-risk behaviors such as premature sexual activity, early pregnancy, delinquency, crime, violence, alcohol, drug abuse, and suicide is found to be significantly higher among dropouts. They make up nearly half of the prison population. And really, if you want to get your driver's license, you got to be in school. A driver's license or learner's permit may not be issued to an individual less than 18 years of age who is considered a dropout. A driver's license or learner's permit may be revoked and an employment certificate revoked or denied if the student drops out. But nowadays, workplaces understand they're in school and try hard to get balance both work and school. And the cost to society. And this is all from the report. We barely even got to scratch the surface. When we come back, we're going to look more, when we return, we'll look more into why kids drop out of school. And I'm going to tell you some solutions like getting a GED. And later on, excused versus unexcused. Please stay with us. If you have a kid dropping out of school or is preparing to drop out of school or is going to be prepared to do so, you need to watch this show. You need to watch today's episode because really it could be a lifesaver. It could really help you out here. This is from California. This is a research project. Why students drop out of school? I reviewed 25 years of research. I mean, look at all this. Behaviors. Researchers shown a wide range of behaviors that predict dropout of graduation. One of the most important is student engagement. This includes students' active involvement in academic work. It includes the social aspects of school, participating in sports or other extracurricular activities. Research finds that high absenteeism, one specific indicator of engagement, is associated with higher dropout rates. Misbehavior in high school and illegal behavior outside of high school are both significantly associated with higher dropout and lower graduation rates. In addition, drug or alcohol use during high school is associated with higher dropout rates. Teenage parenting and childbearing increase the odds of dropping out. Having friends who engage in criminal behavior or friends who have dropped out also increases the odds of dropping out, with such associations appearing in the 7th grade. I mean, this research goes on and on. 9 pages worth of this article. Matter of fact, to turn it over, this is the surveys and interview done with dropouts. These are the results. The top 10 reasons to take a dropout out of school. This was from 20 years ago. 44% missed too many school days. 41% not be easy to get a GED. Getting poor grades, failing school, that's for 38%. 37% didn't like school. 32% could not keep up with schoolwork. 28% got a job. 7% said they were pregnant. Thought they could complete a course with work requirements, that's 26%. Couldn't get along with teachers, that's 25%. Could not work at the same time, that's 22%. So these two are in time with pregnancy and work. And at age 16 to 15, these are the top 5 reasons. The top 5 reasons for this. Classes are not interesting, say 41%. 43% said they missed too many school days. 42% said they spent much time with people not interested in school. 38% said too much freedom, not enough rules in life. And the fifth one for 35% was for failing school. According to this survey, what drivers believe would improve students' change staying in school, opportunities will run internships, service, etc., to make school more relevant. And here, opportunities, real learning, friendships. That's 81%, along with better teachers. Again, 81%. Smaller classes, more individual instruction. Say 75%. Both 71% say better communication between parents and school, and parents more involved. And parents make sure their kids go to school every day, 71%. But the lowest ever has to be increased immersion in school and ensure students attend a class. That's 70%. I mean, back in the day, if your child would have skipped school, the judge would order you as a parent to make sure your child go to school and make them go to school. I mean, take a day off of work and make sure your child goes to school that day. That way he or she won't skip. Coming from me, I never did that. I never participated in senior skip day. You know what happened? I got 2 tickets to the Ice Rays game. I'll tell you a little story here. They had this thing called senior ditch day where you didn't go to school. I was so scared, so I told my coach, and he was like, just go to school. I'm like, okay. So I went to school, I stayed, and you know what else? As a reward, 2 tickets to the Ice Ray game. That's right. If you stay in school, you got a reward. You had 2 tickets to go to the Ice Rays game. And I was never on top of all this. I stayed in school. I never asked, hey, can I go to the bathroom? And then all of a sudden be like, this would be most kids nowadays. Can I go to the bathroom? Walking to lunch. I'm gonna get my lunch here. Hey, give me your ID card, man. Hey, hey, give me that ball. Hey, man, what? You skip school? I'm not going to class. Let's go hang out. We're running on the track, and all of a sudden we're sitting down, we're hanging out together. Yeah, if you think I'm reenacting that video that we saw a few weeks ago, you're darn tootin' we are. And let me tell you, I never skip class. When you ask to go to the bathroom, you go there, you get back to class. That's simple. Now, this is all from research. You have to look at research. I mean, people just find their research in their own ways. I mean, you don't realize that dropping out of school. I mean, 27% of students say they leave. I mean, look at this. 27% of students say they leave school because they're failing too many classes without passing grades and or credits they require. Students start to become discouraged and resign the idea that school just isn't for them, adding to the dropout crisis. And 26% report boredom as a contributing factor. They also say they dropped out to become caregivers, and more than 20% say that school simply wasn't relevant in their lives. A small percentage say they dropped out because of school life. Ineffective teachers, residential instability, mental health issues, or getting kicked out of school. There are costs and consequences. 25% more. I mean, young adults with high school degree earn 25% more than those without one. This divide lasts a lifetime. High school graduate lifetime income is 50 to 100% higher than dropouts. In prevention, 27% of high school students dropouts say they were failing too many classes. It makes sense. A large portion of dropout prevention may focus on parent involvement, family involvement. An alternative school could be it. So really, you have to look at things from a perspective here and say to yourself, I don't want my kid dropping out of school. I certainly don't want my nephew dropping out of school. I want my nephew to get a good education he can get. And like we talked about, if you got rid of the requirement to go to school, crime is going to go up. And kids can resort to drugs and alcohol. Or otherwise we're going, hey, don't eat glue stick, honey. Hey, Timmy, don't eat that glue stick. But I read on Instagram it's good for you. And we're also going back to don't trust your friends. Don't listen to your friends. You have your parents. So, you have a brain, use it. That's all I gotta say for common sense. One of the best solutions ever is all about that GED. What is it? How it can be used? How else can it be used to help out with your diploma? The surprising answers when we return. Also coming up, also a bit later on, excused versus unexcused. Stay with us. Welcome back. One of the best solutions ever to get your kids back on track, if you want to get your high school diploma. And really, this is really all to think about. You might have heard of GED, and you're thinking to yourself, what in the world does that stand for? I'm here to tell you. GED stands for General Educational Development. It's a series of tests that demonstrate a person has high school level academic skills. It's also known as a General Education Diploma or the Graduate Equivalency Degree. It's a set of tests that, when passed, certify the test taker has met the high school level of skills. So you may ask me, well, what's the difference between me if I get a GED and a high school diploma? What's the difference? Well, almost a year and a half ago, G.E.D.com posted articles about this. We're going to show you a video. Here's a video from
What is the difference between the GED and a high school diploma? We'll tell you everything you need to know. There is a GED test and a GED credential. The GED test is a series of 4 exams designed to test your high school knowledge in 4 areas: math, reasoning through language arts, science, and social studies. If you pass all 4 tests, then your state will award you with their high school equivalency diploma, meaning you earned your GED credential. This diploma means you demonstrated the necessary 12th grade level skills and knowledge, even if you did not graduate from a traditional high school. This high school equivalency diploma is like a high school diploma. You can use it to apply to college or add to your resume for a job. In fact, over 98% of the schools in the United States accept the GED, and GED graduates go on to make, on average, $9,000 more a year than those without a high school diploma. For more information and resources, go to GED.com and get started.
You can get started as well. You can do a practice test, you can do practice questions. All you gotta do is just sign up on their website and there you go. Now, unless you already have a high school diploma and you want to get a second one, but if you remember the episode Everybody Hates Chris, they talked about GED. I mean, in the job market, it would put you in ex-con. But it's not all about ex-con. It's just putting you up to 4 basic classes. You know, your math, your English, your science, and your social studies. You pass all 4, you get your diploma. $7. That's how much it costs. $7. I mean, a diploma is very important for you to get a job, and basically, it's a solution for your child. Your child drops out of school and says, "I want to get a job. I didn't have a diploma. What do I do?" Your friends or I mean, this is for all the kids out there. If you dropped out of school and you say, "What can I do?" Your friend can suggest to you by getting a GED. And you ask, "What is that?" Play in this episode. Play in this clip. Play in this episode, and watch me full and have me and I'll explain it to you in a common sense way. Basically, it's like a high school diploma, but it's very different from it. If you pass all 4 subjects, then you get your GED diploma. And you can put that on your resume. That diploma just basically means you've mastered all 4 of these, even though you dropped out. Even though you mastered it. So it could really be helpful for everybody if it can. But if you're ready, but here's the thing though, if you want to get started right away, here's what you do. Go to their website at GED.com. That's GED.com. And you can go to their classes. You can find in person near you. Just go to just look up your city or state zip code on their website, and it will take you to all 3 of these. You got your Literacy Council here in Corpus Christi, Adult Learning Center, and your Del Mar. Those are your prep centers. If you go to all 3 of these in outside Central City, it can really help you. So there's a second chance out there for y'all. So if y'all decide you want to get a job, you already dropped out of school, you can't get a good job because you don't have a diploma. This is the answer for you. This is the solution. Get your GED, put it on your resume, and prove it to them that you know all the skills of high school. I mean, if you line an application saying that you complete high school and you fail to provide that document, they're gonna let you go and say, "Well, you lied to us on your application saying you completed your high school diploma. We called your school and they say you dropped out. So we're gonna have to let you go." I graduated high school. I have with my diploma in a card. And I can tell you, I can really, really tell you that I know all my high school stuff. I was raised in Corpus Christi. I moved to Flower Bluff 21 years ago. And believe me, I never dropped out. If I did, that would be a whole different story here. You can come to get a good college. You can put it on your resume. Basically, for common sense, it's the best solution ever. A lot of times, many kids say, "I want to do online school, like Education Connection." Okay, but you gotta pay for it. You want to do online school? You gotta pay for it. That stuff costs money. By law, to 18, what was it? What's the law? 18? Until you're 18, you can do whatever you want. But till then, you live under your parents' roof at 18. Again, parents, if your child's dropping out of school, you need to talk to them and say, "What do you think about doing?" "I'm going to just get a job and get my GED." Because it can help you. You want to get a good college, but you need to complete high school? That's what they're going to tell you at your college interview. Well, it's interesting to complete high school. We're not going to have you, but we do have a solution for you. Take your we can have you take your GED. They're going to walk you through what's going on, and it's going to master you, and it can help you get into good college, and it can help. You can put down your resume saying that, hey, I know all my high school credentials. Put down your resume, and your boss can say, wow, okay. It can really help you. A huge suggestion out there. So again, if you want to get your GED, if your child wants to get the GED, start telling your kids right now. And if you dropped out of school years ago but still thinking about getting GED, get started on that. It can really, really help you out here. It can really help you. If you didn't get your high school diploma, get your GED. Go to GED.com, sign up right now, get your GED, and get that done. Once you pass on 4 of your courses, you print your transcript, put it in your resume, throw it to them at their face, and bam! You'll get into good college, and you can get your job. Just an easy step. Just 4 steps. Go to GED.com, sign up, take the test, pass the test, throw it in their face, bam! You passed. You get your job, you go to your college. Just like that. Bam! 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 You know what? This would be even better. You know what? This joke would be better if Emma Lagasse was on here. So let's start the joke over. Just get your diploma. Tell your kids about this. Just tell your kids about this. Just tell your kids about this. Have them take that GED test. Have them pass it. Throw it in their face and you go bam. That's it. You go bam. You pass the test and you go bam. That's how it is. It's just how it is. Excused versus unexcused. You know what's coming here. Attendance is very important, and you may have your excuses, you may not have excuses. When we return, the difference between excused absences and unexcused absences. Don't go away. You might think that you have your reasonings for missing school. But I'm here to tell you this. There is a difference between excused absences and unexcused absences. That's something we've not talked about in our back to school one because your child may be facing unexcused absences, and after 7 unexcused absences, we all know that's truancy, and it can land you and your child in front of a truancy judge. Texas is the only state that decriminalizes truancy. Other states, they're very strict in sending you, the parent, and your child to juvie. You, the parent, to jail, and your child to juvie. Excused absences are things like sickness, doctor's visits, religious holidays, extreme family emergencies such as death, hospitalization, or house fire, civic, patriotic, or community activities. Those are excused absences. Medical reasonings, religious holidays, patriotic activities, or family emergencies like death in the family, hospitalization, or house fire. And unexcused absences. There's things like missing the bus, transportation problems, oversleeping, personal reasons, staying home, multiple late arrivals to school. So I didn't make it to school today. I missed the bus. I was having transportation problems. I overslept. I watched too much television. I was playing video games. I didn't feel like going to school, so I stayed home watching Jerry Springer. Multiple times late to school. I was in the hallway talking to my friends. I was in the bathroom. I was on my phone. That's an unexcused absence. Take care of those excused absences. If you're at the doctor's appointment, that's an excused absence. The rest of these, those are excused. These right here, they're unexcused. You think the schools will allow them to be excused? They're not. And you go up to truancy judge and they tell you why are you missing so many days of school? I mean, nowadays, why kids don't go to school, the number one reason is because they're being bullied. And they're afraid to go to the teacher or go to the principal because of this. And so that's one of the main reasons for truancy court is the kids come up and say, well, it's because I'm being picked on, I'm being bullied every day. Absence notes must include student's full name, ID number, and the reason for the absence. Specific reasoning for the absence is need to be appropriately the code of absence according to the guidelines in the established Texas Education Code. If no documentation provided, the absence is considered unexcused. The number one court order from the truancy court is you have to go to school without any unexcused absences. In other words, you got to go to school every day, even if you're sick. You let that school nurse take care of you. And parents, try to make sure you have a transportation plan put in place for your child, like the bus. Like if you take your child to school, you have to make sure she's there. That's one of the main reasons why I urge you guys don't drive your kids to school, because they're gonna find ways to just get out of the building. They just take the bus and they go the other direction. Like, the bus drops them off at the school. You think they're going to the building? Nope. They run off the other direction. They don't go home. That's what happens. And with parents, it's like, you better not be skipping school. With YouTubers, they skipped a lot of school and they've gotten in trouble. Unless it's for these reasonings right here, that's okay. This right here, that's unacceptable. If you miss the bus, it's trying to teach you that if you're late to, being late to school, tardiness is just like this. This is like this. If you don't have an excuse, if you have an excuse for missing work, you gotta provide them with an excuse, otherwise they won't take it. That's to teach you. So if you have 7 or more excused absences, that's truancy. And as a teenager, it's your responsibility. Truancy counts only one unexcused absences, emphasizes compliance with school rules, relies on legal and administrative solutions. Excused absence means like illness of the student, medical or dental appointments of the student, death in the student's immediate family, observance of a religious holiday or event, bring your child to work day, judicial proceeding, or court offered activity. So you have to be able to be understandable and say to yourself, I don't want my child to we have a lot of unexcused absences. If you work for the school, you will know. And Dom Tracy's case, he skipped a lot of class. I mean, look up Dom Tracy skipping school. He skipped school. All these videos right here of him skipping school. Skip school to play Fortnite. I skipped school to play Fortnite. Skipping school to buy the PlayStation. Skipped school to play Fortnite. I skipped school to play Fortnite. Last kid got skipped school. Skipped school the night from my parents. I skipped school to play Fortnite and I got caught. Skipped school to trick or treat. Ditching, snuck out of school. Last day of school. Skipping school. Skipping school. I skipped school to play Fortnite. Sneak out of school. It's what has to happen here. You have to make sure your child goes to school every day. And if you realize you're shopping, this is the solution I have. I have a solution. I'm just a recommender. My recommendation can be very specific, and you may take it or you may not take it. You may have your opinions about this, and I respect your opinion 100%. You're telling your opinion, I'm telling them my opinion. I have a solution. It works very well. You and your child need to download Life 360. It is a tracking service app that you and your child can use to make sure you know where your child is. The only thing your child needs a phone, and you both have to have the app on. I mean, you think, oh, I don't want to track my child. I mean, if you want your child to go to school every day, you got to make sure he does go to school. And this is simple. All these people are skipping class and they're dropping out of school. Does everybody get in trouble? Alright. Just basically common sense thing here is make sure your child goes to school every day. If not, that's what can happen to you. Don't be acting like these YouTubers. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. If you live in South Florida or you live in the Miami area, you might be realizing this. There's now a new cell phone policy in the Broward Public School System. They passed cell phone ban for all students. What's the reasoning? As we're about to show you, like we've not focused on cell phone bans because it's back to school month, and that's what we're going to be focusing in on. Basically, if you put a cell phone ban in place, what that's going to do is to really make sure that there's no bullying, there's no bullying, there's no videotaping, no audio recording. What else could there be? Here's Larry's C word.
Plantation High School football players resting after a workout.
Can't use it at lunch.
Wow. Found themselves in a fog, wondering how and why district leaders banned cell phone use in school this fall.
That's kind of a 50-50, like a win-win, lose-lose type situation.
During this board meeting, temporarily delayed by fire alarm sounding,
is causing our children serious mental health.
Broward Public School leaders all agreed to limit cell phone use. Students can bring them on campus, but between the first and last bell, phones must be in airplane mode or turned off. No calls in hallways, none at lunch. Even headphones and earbuds are off limits.
It's a bold move to really help our students. We're concerned about their mental health. We're concerned about their overall wellness.
10% of American high school use have tried to commit suicide. This is one step in the right direction.
If you got an emergency, what you gonna do? If the teacher got your phone, like if your parents calling you about an emergency, what you gonna do?
Students outside criticize the move.
I feel like cell phones are essential for a lot of things we do in our day-to-day lives, and banning them from bell to bell will prohibit students from doing a lot of things that they may need to do during the bell schedule.
Do you feel safer, healthier without a phone at school?
No, I feel safer with my phone.
District staff insists students can still bring phones and during emergencies get permission from teachers to use them. Otherwise, teachers decide where to store student phones.
Me personally, I don't like phones.
Senior Jace Williams, a linebacker on the football team, supports changing phone policy.
Kids of my generation nowadays, we need a little bit more outside. You know, it's a lot more things that we can do outside of society as far as these devices, because these are what's killing us soon.
In 3 weeks, his peers have no say. Between now and then, administrators plan to make the next steps clear to parents. Broward Superintendent plans to next meet with principals to figure out how each campus is going to enforce those new cell phone rules. Meanwhile, he and staff plan to meet with parent groups and send families notices explaining what to expect when classes resume. In Plantation, Larry Siebert, CBS News, Miami.
So students in Broward are about to have a big case of device withdrawal.
It's device withdrawal. Which now has been passed by
We've got
the
some
school.
breaking news to report. The Broward County School Board just passed a cell phone ban for students. It prevents most cell phone use during the school day, even during breaks, class changes, and lunch. Currently, students have to silence or turn their phones off during the school day unless authorized by a teacher for instructional use. The superintendent plans to meet with principals to figure out how the policy will be implemented on each campus for the upcoming school year.
I mean, I get these kids like saying, oh, what if it's an emergency? Talk to the teacher beforehand. I mean, you look at every video saying no phones in class, no texting in class.
The statewide school cell phone policy listening tour continues tomorrow for Governor Hochul. She'll be visiting Kenmore Junior Senior High in Buffalo, after doing the same this morning at Windsor High School in the Southern Tier as she works to develop guidelines for all New York schools. But News Channel 9's Jeremy Skiba says some local districts like West Genesee already have a policy in place to curb students' smartphone use at school.
It's a subject with many different opinions. But West Genesee High School's year-old cell phone policy tries to strike the right balance for everybody. Heather Lynn Laughlin, a parent of recent West Genesee High School graduates and also a substitute teacher, sees the different sides.
As a parent and an educator, I do believe that cell phones should stay away.
But says she understands parents who do worry about their kids not having access to their phones during an emergency.
There have been a few instances where they had lockdown drills out of necessity, and those kids having their phones, having accessibility to their phones, was critical to what I believe is their mental health.
High school principal Tracy Klefbeck says the district thought that through and came up with this compromise.
They are allowed to have their phones in their bags in the classrooms with them, so they would be able to access it. However, in certain emergencies, your best bet is to be as quiet as possible. So we don't necessarily encourage every student running for their phone in an emergency.
In academic settings like the classroom or here in the library, students are prohibited from using their cell phones. But in between classes, in study hall, and here in the lunchroom, everyone's allowed to use their phones.
We've found it to be very successful. Obviously, there's hurdles when you implement any new policy, but the reports from both students and staff has been the ability to really focus more on learning, and that's our goal here.
While Klefbeck says grades are up, students say they still have mixed emotions about the policy.
I'm not a 100% fan of it, really. I get it. I heard from a lot of, schoolmates. I heard of a lot from teachers and staff members that, it kind of prevents from cyberbullying.
I think it's great. I mean, it's definitely helped with attention span, grades, but I mean, it does get pretty aggravating when someone's trying to get hold of you, but you just can't check your phone.
Maybe not all the time, but you can when the bell rings. In Camillus, Jeremy Skiba, News Channel 9.
West Genesee Middle School has a stricter cell phone policy. Students there are not allowed to use their phones at all, unless a faculty member gives them permission.
Yeah, welcome back. Governor Kathy Hochul is traveling all around the state now, talking with people about how to best address the issue of students using their cellular phones in schools. Joining us now is Kelly Dudzik joins us now with what actually came about out of a roundtable discussion at Kenmore Junior Senior High School this morning. Hey there, Kelly.
Hey, Scott. Right now there's a patchwork of cell phone policies across the state, which each district having different rules, but the governor's idea is that a statewide initiative could help alleviate the challenges that come with allowing students to have their cell phones in class.
We have to recognize that this is a problem. As an adult, I recognize it's an addiction. We're not going to suspend kids for this type of thing. We're going to, we have to deal with it.
And that's why Governor Kathy Hochul is spending part of her summer meeting with students, teachers, and parents to figure out what to do on a statewide level to deal with cell phones in the classroom.
Young people are very smart. When they say they need their cell phone unlocked from the pouch to go to the restroom, they may not be doing that. They may also be looking up an answer to a test question.
Then there's the issue of mental health.
We just want kids to be kids again. We want them to be able to have that, experimentation, to have fun and not be filmed and be humiliated later for it. And I think that bullying part and that mental health part is such a big part.
If there were to be a statewide cell phone policy, one of the big issues that has to be worked out is who will enforce the rules.
You make a connection with a kid and you have their attention. And when you have to be that cell phone policeman, that makes it difficult for that connection to exist.
Hochul says one district near Albany is already seeing positive results after banning phones for the past 2 years, and described a conversation she had with its superintendent.
He said we brought in local law enforcement to tell the parents that the worst thing that your child could do if there is a crisis or a mass shooter event is for your child to be distracted on finding their phone, fumbling, communicating with their parents, instead of listening to the trained adult at the front of the classroom who can lead them to safety.
Now, the state legislature isn't back in session until January, so any statewide policies wouldn't be in place in time for the start of this upcoming school year. On your side, Kelly Dudzik, Channel 2 News.
Ask any teacher. Students using their cell phones in classrooms has become a major challenge. So many of our kids are addicted to their devices, which can cause serious harm to their mental health. A lot of people are working on a solution, and Governor Kathy Hochul has been on a statewide tour. Today, she brought it here to our region, holding her 4th roundtable discussion in the Kenmore-Tonawanda School District. 7 News senior reporter Eileen Buckley bringing you voices of the governor, plus state lawmakers and education leaders on why this is so important.
I'm hearing a cry for help from our young people.
Governor Kathy Hochul hosted this latest roundtable discussion at Kenmore Junior Senior High School. Calling it a challenge of our times, Hochul has been meeting with educators, school leaders, and parents, learning just how addicted kids are to smart devices that cause a major distraction in classrooms.
We have a mental health crisis in society, and it is on steroids for young people, and particularly in middle school and high school.
But this time, the roundtable also included state lawmakers as the governor edges closer to proposing a bill that could ban cell phones in schools statewide.
Governor, with all this information that you've been gathering, when will you propose legislation to ban cell phones in schools? We have the luxury of time because the legislature is not back until January. So this is an area where I've been developing our policies, listening, but also I want to engage the legislators.
It is a distraction and it's a problem, and we have to do something.
Now, State Assemblyman Bill Conrad may have had the best perspective, saying as adults, we must recognize this is a big problem in a classroom.
As an adult, I recognize it's an addiction. We're not going to suspend kids for this type of thing. We're going to, we have to deal with it.
Conrad is in support of the governor's effort and says now is the time to think out of the box.
I have a 14-year-old daughter. I have an app I download. I pay $10 extra a month, and I can shut off her phone socially for the rest of the day and at night, and then the only thing she can do is text and call.
My concern is, how are we going to do it in a school like Kenmore East that has 1,100 kids?
Kenton School Board President Matt Shimera spent 38 years in the classroom. He says when he taught at Kenmore East, cell phones were a huge distraction to learning. And that's why at one of the district's non-traditional high schools, phones were successfully taken away.
It was a game changer. And that program is thriving nowadays, and I don't know if it would be if it wasn't for us being able to get rid of those cell phones.
And Eileen joins me now live, so I'm sure there are people watching who say, why not leave this up to individual school districts or even individual schools? How does the governor respond to that?
Well, absolutely, Michael, and I was thinking about that as well. She said that she has heard so much from superintendents and teachers across the state who are asking her to put this statewide ban in place, and that really ideally would take the burden off of a school or a school district to do so. She's also saying right now she's receiving a lot of strong consensus on it.
And this is the fourth stop. Still more to come. We'll continue to follow it. Eileen Buckley reporting live. Thank you.
And find out what is going on in our classrooms. I was in Albany, Long Island, we did Binghamton yesterday. Here I am in Western New York, just to continue my quest for the answers on how we can help our young people overcome the extreme challenges that they're facing. We have a mental health crisis in society, and it is on steroids for young people, particularly in middle school and high schools. I started this journey over 2 years ago to identify why we're still seeing negative impacts of the pandemic on our teenagers, why there's so many statistics showing that young people are contemplating suicide, 1 out of 3 teenage girls thinking those very dark thoughts, why social anxiety is off the charts, why there's just such as frustration that young people have. And you take it back to social media and how we dealt with that in our legislature. I'm very proud of our efforts to rein in the addictive algorithms. But why these young people are constantly bombarded with this throughout the day is because their cell phone is attached to their hand. They cannot seem to put it down. And they're not guilty because adults suffer from the same, except young people should be in a classroom learning, being educated. That is the purpose of them showing up at school every single day. And what I heard from teachers and educators and school superintendents, this has become the challenge of our time. Teachers know what they need to do, but it's been so frustrating for them to try and overcome the powerful hold that a cell phone has on a young person. They're afraid of missing out. They're being bullied simultaneously. People are not liking their posts, and it's taking them to a dark place. So while they're supposed to be learning science and math and social studies, this is what's going on simultaneously. It's an impossible situation for them to learn. I'm going to continue these conversations, but today was particularly impactful because this is my hometown, and I want to help solve this, not just here, but throughout the state of New York.
And that's what it's all focused on. It's focused on what the governor is doing. I mean, that's what Governor Kathy wants. I mean, y'all may be from New York saying, well, I don't support what she's doing. It's what the governor wants. There's a difference between state lawmakers. I mean, that's what they do. A lot of people are commenting saying, black kids don't even know what a smartphone is. This lady's the worst for her, okay? There are probably worse to her. She's horrible. This is the parents' supposed to say whether they can't take a cell phone or not. Schools create policies like this. Almost 9 years ago, here in Five Block, we have a policy, and we still have it. It's called BYOD. Bring your own device, iPad, cell phone, iPad, laptop, whatever. It's where you can use your phones at school, but only at these times: before school, during passing periods, during lunch, after school, or the teacher gives permission. But those 4 are gone. The only time you can only use your phone is if the teacher gives you permission. You're in a classroom, and the teacher gives you permission to take out your phone. All because there's been a lot of filming going on, a lot of picture taking going on, people post social media. That's what's going on. And, I'm a big believer in reading all about the student code of conduct and the handbooks. And when I was a kid, I read the handbooks and I knew the rules. They're on PDF documents. but we're not gonna get into all that. I'll be back in just a moment with a preview of our Flashback Friday. We have not done much of a back to school month, but with the kids going back into school, into this month from London to Toulouse Midway, and kids go back to CCISD and Flabla here in August, we're going to be doing a Flashback Friday. Basically focusing on all about the issues that we've talked about. We're probably going to do it not this Friday. We're going to be doing a Friday. We're going to do this on. We're going to do a Flashback Friday on Friday, focusing on all the stuff we've learned. And like you all been telling me, you did already choose finale. This is back to school month, and all throughout this month, we're focusing on a lot of school-related issues. So, on a Flashback Friday, it'll probably be a two-parter. We're going to be focusing on all the issues we've talked about throughout the back-to-school years. You know, from truancy to homework. We're going to be focusing on all of this. To Friday morning and Friday night, we'll be doing a Flashback Friday in two parts. One part Friday morning and one part Friday night. So that's all going to be done Friday. So that's Give Me a Break from now. Join all of us on YouTube next time for another edition of Give Me a Break. Oh, shoot. I forgot to... How can I keep forgetting? We have time for one Bible break. And, I was scrolling all around Facebook when I came across the ghetto version of Dinky the Duck. If you never heard of Dinky the Duck, it's a little cartoon all about Dinky the Duck. I haven't seen the Dinky Duck. I never even seen the cartoon. Some Terry tunes, Dinky Duck. But when I came across this Ricky Ross _A, I laughed so hard. It's the ghetto version of Dinky Duck.
Tell your little pussy ass baby daddy I beat the fuck out of his ass.
It is kind of funny to watch. You'd laugh your ass off.
Get the fuck out my yard, hoe, and tell your little pussy ass baby daddy I beat the fuck out of his ass too.
What's up, Daddy?
What up, boy?
Trey, you ain't gonna believe this shit. Keisha and her husband started hitting on me and Junior. Ouch, my head. It hurt.
Bitch, you doing all that extra shit for what?
Oh, so you just gonna act like you don't give a fuck. Nigga, put that goddamn paper down. You know your black ass can't read.
Bitch, I see why they hit your ass. And you lucky I don't slap the shit out you.
Nigga, take your ass on. Hey, all this damn pushing ain't called for. Trey, knock on the door.
Man, no, I don't want to bother these people.
Nigga, you better stop acting like a little punk and knock on the damn door before I knock you upside your motherfucking head. I swear if I ever see that little gooseneck heifer again, I'll whoop her ass.
Bitch, shut the fuck up. You ain't gonna do shit. Who the hell banging on my door? The fuck you want with me?
Sir, I think you owe my girl an apology.
Nigga, fuck you and your bitch, hoe ass nigga. I'll knock your fucking bitch loose. Back your ass up before I roll your ass like dice.
Damn, get up and beat his ass.
Bitch ass motherfucker.
Man, fuck all that bullshit, squirrel. Nigga, squirrel.
Hey, nigga, stop real quick.
What?
You might as well take these damn glasses off before I end up knocking a prescription out these motherfuckers.
Oh, you think you funny, huh? Nigga, shut your bitch ass up.
Damn.
That turkey sandwich looking motherfucker. There you go, boo. Beat his ass.
Yeah, you like that, baby? I went Muhammad Ali on his ass. Fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee type shit.
Baby, watch out.
You thought that shit was sweet, huh, with me?
Nigga, get the fuck off me.
I'm finna beat your ass like your daddy used to, boy. You ain't gonna never forget this ass whooping.
That's got... Yeah, I watch this a lot. I laugh so hard. I haven't lost my crap before I roll your ass like this. Who got money on this? Hey. It is kind of funny. the channel here has got a lot of funny stuff. Ricky Ross _A 14.2K subscribers. I recommend you check him out. Funny Hood Cartoon Rich voiceover parodies. He's got his Instagram. You can look it up on. You can look him up. His latest version just came up with Tortoise versus the Hare. Let's watch a portion of it.
Hell yeah, turn me up, gang.
Hey, Hare, no hard feelings when I beat your ass, alright?
Look, nigga, you better get the fuck out my face with that bullshit. Cause ain't no way in hell a little slow ass, special ed Ninja Turtle finna beat my ass in no damn race, boy.
Okay, you goddamn crackhead Bugs Bunny looking motherfucker, we'll see.
Alright, y'all, let's take a pic for the gram. Y'all bitch ass niggas ready? On your mark, get set, go, ho! I'm fast as fuck, boy. Hey, Turtle, do you fuck like you move slow as hell?
My grandmama moved faster than you, nigga, and that bitch dead.
Hey, hold up. Y'all boys playing poker? Who trying to get their ass whooped real quick?
Oh, this nigga talking shit.
I bet. Come sit your ass down and lose your money then, nigga.
Yo, what's that? Okay, damn, they got a Mercedes Benz. Shit, I'm about to pull up on that nigga in the whip, bitch. Damn.
Man, fuck this damn game. Y'all niggas cheating. What the hell? Oh, shit. Hell nah, nigga. I ain't finna lose to your punk ass.
I should run this nigga over.
Ah, damn.
That boy eating my dust, ain't he? Hey, guess what, fuck nigga? I'm riding with your bitch. Hey, baby.
What the fuck?
Now introducing the Mercedes-Benz.
Do not actually buy this car because regardless of what you've seen in this video, this car is still a raggedy piece of shit.
Raggedy piece of shit. Wow. Alright, that's Give Me a Break for right now. Join all of us at YouTube next time for another edition of Give Me a Break. I'm John the Carpenter. For all of us here at YouTube at Give Me a Break, stop bullying, speak up, concentration, not strength, no jaywalking. Have a good night.